Hello, good evening to you. Welcome to the Business News on News 360. My name is Alfred Akonse. To our first story this evening, the Executive Secretary of the Chamber for Petroleum Consumers, Duncan Amwa, has indicated downstream petroleum deregulation has the potential to give consumers more efficient prices at the pumps. In assessing 9 months of the implementation of the deregulation policy, the Executive Secretary of COPEC urged governments to allow market forces to fully determine prices at the pumps.
The downstream petroleum sector deregulation ended the cross-pricing that existed before the deregulation policy, which also meant government removed subsidies to the sector. There was doubt and fear of a program leading to the rise of a curtail system to take undue advantage of the system. The Executive Secretary of Chamber for Petroleum Consumers COPEC, Duncan Amwa, is of the view the fear has been dealt with.
The issue of catalyzation is effectively dealt with because I'm not sure government would allow these institutions to also join the other private PSPs to do whatever they need to do. It has a higher prospect to even give us more efficient prices at the pumps.
He indicated a situation where government has a hand in the determination of prices by way of taxes and makeups is a worry.
If you recall, January 3rd, new taxes are introduced that shoots up prices drastically. So at that point, you now begin to wonder if it is market forces or government forces determining prices. But all well and good, deregulation could work if only and only if we allow the system to operate the way it should without so much interference.
9 months of deregulation has introduced what in business is called shadow pricing, where the smaller OMCs wait for the big players to announce their prices, then pick the same quotations.
What it is doing effectively is that we are almost getting back to the same cross-pricing situation where prices were almost the same at all pumps when MPA used to do the announcement. We are getting to a point where the competition dynamics that should drive down prices is becoming difficult to come by because now there is no longer a competition.
On June 16, 2015, downstream petroleum sector deregulation policy was started, which saw all oil marketing companies begin determining and announcing their ex-pump prices for petroleum products.
Now, the year-on-year producer price inflation rate for February 2016 is 14.5%, as against 16.9% in January. This represents a 2.4% decrease in PPI rate recorded in January and February this year.
Government statistician Dr. Philomena Nyakon attributed the decline to the decrease in the inflation rate in the utilities and manufacturing subsectors.
Utilities subsector decreasing in inflation rate from 56.6% to 43.9% between January 2016 and February 2016. And this was also the result of the declines we saw in the electricity charges. So that is what is contributing to the inflation rate that we are seeing.
The producer price inflation in the mining and quarrying subsector increased from 2.9% in January to record 8.6% in February. Manufacturing, which constitutes more than 2/3 of total industry, decreased by 2.3 percentage points to record 9.8%. The utility subsector recorded an inflation rate of 43.9% in February 2016, indicating a decrease of 12.7 percentage points over the January 2015 rate of 56.6%. Dr. Philomena Nyakon indicated there should be a policy to bring inflation down to a single digit.
The best will be for our inflation rates to be below 10%. Anytime it rises above 10%, it means there will be crisis within the economy, because the people will have to struggle to make ends meet. So we should rather talk about how do we drive the inflation rate further down. It's the policymakers who have to work on this, depending on the policies that are introduced.
The Producer Price Index, PPI, measures the average change over time in the prices received by domestic producers for the production of their goods and services.
Global technology giant Oracle has opened its new office located in the airport city here in Accra. The facility aims to further Oracle's cloud portfolio expansion throughout the country and to provide sales and consulting services to the West African sub-region.
The country manager for Oracle Ghana, Joseph Esumeng, says Ghana is a very important market for Oracle Corporation because it is investing in local IT industry.
Our objective of having this facility set up is we want to be able to get closer to our customers so that we'll be able to serve them much better. We also want to be able to empower local Ghanaian people to have the technical capacity, in Oracle products to help us service the market much better.
Oracle has been operating in Ghana for the past 20 years without a permanent office. The decision to open Oracle Ghana is based on the country's economic performance, peace and security enjoyed in the country. Oracle's value chain innovation, which involves product development, manufacturing, procurement, among others, is making great strides in the worldwide market. Oracle's cluster leader for Sub-Saharan Africa, Shireen Vagese, said the new Oracle regional facility represents the growth of the company's business in Ghana as it continues to invest personal development of its personnel to best serve its numerous customers and partners.
Oracle commitment to Ghana is going to grow. We have already made this first step, but this is not the last. We will continue to work closely with the governments, with the banking sector, and help to lead and reach out to more Ghana establishment. It is also working closely with our small and medium business partners and large partners who can take us effectively into the market. So it's going to be a win-win situation for local businesses plus Oracle into the market space.
The Director of Research, Statistics and Information Management, Patricia Dovi-Sampson, says Oracle's existence in Ghana is a further proof to the world that Ghana is open for business. The global technology leader has invested more than $39 billion in research and development since 2004.
Our President John Dramani Mahama has commended MTN Group for accepting to offload 35% of its shares in MTN Ghana to Ghanaians as part of its conditions for the acquisition of the 800 MHz spectrum. President Mahama was speaking at the commissioning of a new headquarters for the telecommunications giant here in Accra.
Facilities in the building include a customer experience center, a crèche which admits babies from 3 to 15 months, a gym, a media center, a video conference center, 4 collapsible training suites, a network operating center, a roof garden, a cafeteria, a kitchen, and a multi-purpose hall. President Mahama commended MTN for the contribution it has made towards the development of ICT in Ghana.
The time has come for increased indigenous participation in the telecom industry. At the time we began deregulation of the sector, very few Ghanaians could muster the investment to participate in the telecom revolution that was to happen. Today, it is my belief that Ghanaians have the will and appetite to invest. And so let me at this stage commend MTN for accepting to offload up to 35% of its shares in MTN Ghana to Ghanaians as part of the conditions for the acquisition of the 800 MHz spectrum. It is my hope that other telecom operators would follow MTN's lead.
At the time MTN acquired Scancom Limited in 2006, it had 2.5 million subscribers. In 2011, MTN achieved its 10 million subscriber milestone. Today, it is serving about 16.2 million subscribers.
This landmark building has a design that is both classical and modern to represent MTN's timeless relevance and long-term impact in Ghana. Its palatial architecture represents a bold new digital world vision, built to last this century and even look further to the next millennium.
With the acquisition of the 4G license, MTN plans to make greater inroads by enhancing customer experience with increased speeds and greater innovations.
Well, that's it for business.